I am your physics sir. Today I would like to tell about one of the most important subject in our life. It is nothing but PS. Do you know there are so many branches in our physics? For example, light, sound, electromagnetism, magnetism, electromagnetic waves, etc. Do you know in summer we are feeling so hot. Similarly, in winter season also we are feeling so cool. So what about this cool and what about this hot? These are all are some relative terms in one of our physics branch. It is nothing but thermodynamics. Thermodynamics. What is thermodynamics? Thermodynamics is one of the branch of science which can deals with heat, heat energies and relative energies. Okay, one of the subtopic in our thermodynamics, it is nothing but heat. So our present topic in our 10th standard, the lesson name is heat. What do you know about heat? What about temperature? Is heat and temperature both are same? But most of the people, most of the students, they are believe that heat and temperature both are same. But it is not same. There are so many differences. I think in your lower standard, you already discussed about some information about heat, colder body, hotter body, lukewarm water. Now, we want to discuss about these terms technically and more informatically. So what about that one? For example, heat to temperature. Heat, what is the definition of heat? What is the definition of temperature? For that, there are so many experiments, there are so many activities. So today we are going to tell about one of the most important activity to demonstrate about the definition of temperature. So what about that one? That is activity 1. So what about this activity 1? First of all, we want to take in two pieces. One is wooden piece, and another one is metal piece. Wooden piece and metal piece. Do you know wooden piece and metal piece? These two are two different nature bodies. These two bodies are introduced into freeze, and after 15 minutes, we want to open that freeze and we can touch these two bodies. So what you have to understood, which one is very hot or which one is cool? Both are maintain same temperature. So here there are so many questions are raised. If you touch these two bodies with our four fingers, we may feel that they are not maintain same coldness. Means one is differ from other. What happened here? We can apply same time. We can use same freeze. But why these two are maintain different coldness? For the explanation of this one, we required transformation of heat energy, transferred energy, heat energy. It is also one of the technical word, heat energy. Heat energy. Okay, how is it possible to explain? For example, if you touch the wooden piece with our finger, wooden piece on our body having more temperature than wooden piece. So what happened here? The heat energy is being transferred from our body to that wooden piece. That's why we may feel that it is cool. Why? Because in that two bodies, our human body is one of more temperature than wooden piece. Similarly, if you touch the metal piece also colder body, and our human body is more temperature than this metal piece. Our human body temperature, we already know, it is nothing but 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 36.9 degrees Celsius. Whereas if you touch that metal piece, that temperature is very less. That's why heat energy is being transferred from our body to that piece. That's why we may feel that cool. But out of these two, which one is very cool? Which one is very cool? Metal piece is very cool. Why? Because these two are same. These two are not similar bodies. They are different bodies. They are different bodies. That's why we can easily understood. Similarly, if you touch the flame, what do you feel? We may feel that hot. So here, flame and our body, which one having more temperature? Flame has more temperature. That's why heat energy is being transferred from that flame to our body. From that flame to our body. That's why we may feel that hotness. So before that, we already discussed about coldness. Now I already told about hotness. By using of these two terms, we can explain about the important definition of temperature. Important definition of temperature. So what about the definition? The conventional definition of temperature is the degree of coldness or hotness. So this definition also we can explain in our normal views. Means general terms. In our normal views. What is that? Heat is, this temperature is the degree of coldness or hotness. The degree of coldness or hotness. So these are two definitions in your examination. So I already told two definitions. One is textual definition. Another one is our own definition. What is textual definition? What is the textual definition of temperature? The conventional definition of temperature is the degree of coldness or hotness. So it is textual definition. So what about our common definition? The degree of coldness or hotness is called as temperature. Okay. So from this activity, we already derived one of the most important definition in our science, in our lesson heat. So it is nothing but temperature. Okay. If temperature completed, in this activity, we can observe that what are the factors affecting while heat is transferred from one body to another body. In all situations, is it common? So there are so many factors are affecting here. One of our most important one is nothing but thermal equilibrium. What is thermal equilibrium? I already told. If you take in two different temperature bodies, they are in physical contact. Then automatically you can understood that hotter body lost its temperature. Simultaneously, colder body gain its temperature. Hotter body lost its temperature. Simultaneously, colder body gain its temperature. So this process is continuously up to they are maintain similar temperature. Means there is no heat transformation from hotter body to colder body or colder body to hotter body. That point of temperature is called thermal equilibrium. So it is also one of the most important concept. Thermal equilibrium. So where we want to use this thermal equilibrium? Where we want to use? In our daily life we are using so many conditions, so many situations. For example, if you are taking bathing, so you are taking normally hot water. So we are not directly pour this hot water on our body. If you pour means what about the result we can expect. That's why what we want to do, we want to add cold water by using of different types of mugs or jugs. Add one jug of water. Then you can touch that water. Then the temperature is sufficient for our body or not. If it is not sufficient, once again we can add one more jug. So it is maintained. What is the mechanism involved here? What is the mechanism? If you suppose this is one of the bucket. So it is hot water. We want to add cold water. What is the mechanism involved here? Thermal equilibrium takes place here. Means hotter body lost its temperature while you are adding colder body. So after some time what happened? They are maintained equal temperature. Means There is no heat transformation from hotter body to colder body to hotter body. That point is called as thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium. For example, suppose if you sit in your room, you are not feeling either sweat or uneasy. Means your body is thermal equilibrium with surroundings. Our surroundings are thermal equilibrium with our body. For example, in a summer season, power loss, there is no power in our house. If you sit in that room, what do you feel? You may feel that your sultriness, means sweat is coming, you are uncomfort feeling. So what about this one? Here, your body is not thermal equilibrium with surroundings. Okay, now when it is possible, if power is comes at the time, if you are using fan, immediately our body is feel comfort. Means our body is thermal equilibrium with surroundings. So it is also one of the most important concept in our 10th standard. So temperature completed. Temperature definition I already given. Then I want to tell about one more important concept. It is nothing but heat. Heat. So what do you know about heat? What do you know about heat? How is it possible to explain about this heat? Heat. For this one, there is also one more activity. There is also one more activity. What about that one? Take two beakers. This is the first beaker and this is the second beaker. In first beaker, I want taken hot water. I want taken hot water. In second beaker, I want taken cold water. Cold water. And also we can collect one laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer, I think all of you know. This thermometer is especially used in our laboratory. It consisting of mercury inside it is. It is made with glass and inside it is mercury. There are so many gradings are marked on that surface. So what is the use of this laboratory thermometer? If you place this laboratory thermometer in hot water, what happened? What happened? Here we can observe that two bodies. One is hotter body, hot water. Second one is colder one. Colder one is nothing but here mercury. Mercury is the colder body, whereas hot water is the hotter body. So we already discussed in thermal equilibrium. If two different bodies are in thermal contact, then what happened? Hotter body lost its temperature, simultaneously colder body gain its temperature. So here mercury, it can take in that heat energy. So we can observe that the temperature level is gradually increases. The temperature level is gradually increases. But this mercury level is gradually increases. So it is not continuously gradual, but at a certain place, at a particular place, it must and should be stopped. So why it is stopped? Why it is stopped? It is stopped because of our concept thermal equilibrium. So what about that one? What about that one? Hot water, it may lose its hotness. Similarly, colder body, mercury gain its temperature. After some time, they attain some energy and it can, the mercury, thermometer mercury gradually increases. But somewhere it can stop. Why it is stopped? Here it is stopped because both are in thermal equilibrium. Both means hotter body and mercury, both are in thermal equilibrium. That's why, do you know, its temperature is nearly 100 degrees Celsius. Why it is 100 degrees Celsius? Do you know, boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. That's why mercury level is reaching 100 degrees. Further, it is not increases. At that point, that mercury and this hot water both are in thermal equilibrium. So we want to come to our next beaker. In next beaker, what we taken already? We taken already cold water. If you place laboratory thermometer here, then what happened? First of all, the mercury level is 27 degrees Celsius because our room temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. If you place this mercury into that cold water, here mercury is the hotter body, colder body is the cold water. So there is also heat transformation. The temperature level is once again gradually decreases. The temperature level is gradually decreases. Why it is decreases? I already told here a hotter body is mercury and colder body is cold water. Because of thermal equilibrium, heat energy is transferred. Heat energy is being transferred. This heat energy is being transferred from hotter body to colder body. Here, what is the hotter body? Hotter body is the mercury. And what about the colder body? Cold water is the colder body. So, what happened here? Here, heat energy is being transferred. So, that's why you can easily understood that heat energy is being transferred from mercury to water. That's why this temperature level is gradually decreases. And at 0 degrees Celsius, that mercury level is stopped. Why it is stopped? I already told this is stopped because these two are in thermal equilibrium. Hot water, here hot water means here mercury. And what about cold? Cold water is the colder body. So these two are in thermal equilibrium. So from this one we can easily explain about the definition of we can easily explain about the definition of heat. Heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy which is transit, that always flows hotter body at a high temperature to colder body at a low temperature. So once again, what is the definition of heat? Heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy in transit that flows hotter body at a high temperature to colder body at a low temperature. So this process is already we can observe with the help of this activity. So how, sir? How means here hotter body is in first beaker, hotter body is the hot water, colder body is the mercury. So heat energy is being transferred from hotter body to hot water to mercury. So what about in second beaker? In second beaker is hotter sample is mercury and colder sample is cold water. So heat energy is being transferred from hotter body mean mercury to cold water. So heat is a form of energy in transit that always flows hotter body at a high temperature to colder body at a low temperature. This is also one of the most important definition. And after that, here with the help of this thermal equilibrium, we can discuss about one of the major and most important concept. What is that one? For example, if A, B and C, these are three different bodies. For example, A is 30 degrees Celsius. A is 30 degrees Celsius. And we don't know about B and C. But these three are in thermal equilibrium. Then how is it possible to know? About the thermal equilibrium or temperature of B and C? We already told when two or three different bodies are in thermal contact, the heat energy is being transferred. We already told A has 30 degrees Celsius. This temperature is being transferred to B, being transferred to C. So finally, what we decided here from this example, we can understood that if A is 30 degrees means automatically B also 30 degrees Celsius, C also 30 degrees Celsius. So it is one of the most important question which we will expect in our forthcoming examination. If A, B, C are three different bodies, they are in physical contact. If A is 30 degrees Celsius, and what about the C temperature? The temperature is nothing but 30 degrees. So it is also very important one. And after that, we can discuss about units. So we already define temperature. We already define heat. What about the definitions? We already discussed. Now we are going to discuss about units. Heat, temperature. Heat, temperature. First of all, we want to take in heat. What is the CGS system for heat? Calorie. What is the SI? What is the SI unit of heat? Joule. Similarly, temperature. What is the CGS unit of temperature? Degrees Celsius. What is the SI unit of temperature? Kelvin. Kelvin. So heat and temperature we already discussed about units. Here once again, what is the CGS unit of heat? Calorie. What is the SI unit of heat? Joule. What is the CGS unit of temperature? Degree Celsius. What is the SI unit of temperature? Kelvin. So here we want to discuss about calorie. What is calorie? Calorie also very important one. Calorie also very important one. What is the definition of calorie? Calorie is defined as the amount of heat energy is required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Calorie is defined as the amount of heat energy is required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water, 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. 1 degree Celsius. Similarly, we can explain about joule. What about the joule? Same. Joule is defined as the amount of heat energy is required to raise the temperature of 1 kg of water by 1 degree Celsius. 1 kg of water by 1 degree Celsius. Then what is the relation between calorie and joule? 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules. It is commonly writes as 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules. It is a textbook value, but it is also sometime we want to use while we are doing calculations, while we are doing problems. We can use 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. 4.2 joules. So 1 calorie equal to 4.2 joules. Then what type of question we can expect from your examination? What is the relation between CGS unit and SI unit of heat? 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. 4.2 joules. And after that, we already told what is the CGS unit of temperature? It is nothing but degree Celsius. SI unit is Kelvin. SI unit equal to Kelvin. How is it possible to explain here? It is also explained 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. 273 Kelvin. Sir, how is it possible to explain? For example, we want to take in 10 degrees Celsius. 10 degrees Celsius means what I told you? 10 plus 273. It is nothing but 283 Kelvin. 283 Kelvin. For example, if you want to take in 27 degrees Celsius, how is it possible to change into Kelvin? 27 plus 273, that is equal to 300 degrees Kelvin. 300 degrees Kelvin. So this means degree Celsius is equal to degree Celsius value plus 273. So it is also one of the most important one. Convert 30 degrees Celsius into Kelvin. How is it possible to explain? Here 30 plus 273. 303 Kelvin. 303 Kelvin. Okay. Sir, here we already changes degree Celsius into Kelvin. For example, if you take in Kelvin, how is it possible to change into degree Celsius? For example, we want to take in 300 degrees Kelvin. Change into dash degree Celsius. For that, what we take in? Kelvin value minus 273. What about the Kelvin value here? 300 degrees minus 273. So it is nothing but 27 degrees Celsius. So here degree Celsius change into Kelvin. Kelvin values also change into degree Celsius. And finally, by using of this one, here we want to discuss about one more definition. Absolute temperature. Absolute temperature. If the temperature is measured on Kelvin scale, if the temperature is measured on Kelvin scale, then it is called absolute temperature. If the temperature is measured on Kelvin scale, then the temperature is called as absolute temperature. It is also one of the most important definition. If the temperature is measured on Kelvin scale, then the temperature is called absolute temperature. So, my dear students, in this session we already discussed about the most important concept definitions: temperature, heat, absolute temperature, units, and etc. Okay, thank you.